tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Black Hollywood Live's The Trend. We got the fabulous actress today, Yvonne Senat Jones in the house. You can catch her on Ruthless up on BET Plus, doing big things.
Thank you.
We also have my co-host Courtney Stewart with us today.
Hey, Courtney.
Oh, yeah.
We're still rolling through all these Zooms and getting these interviews in during this quarantine. Headphones in. Listen, I already stopped deciding. I can't look good no more. It's just like whatever it looks like is what it looks like. As long as we get a good interview,
we will understand.
Well, we're happy to have you in here today. I mean, you've been doing some amazing things, and we've been watching your work for a while. So we're very proud and honored to have you in the studio today.
Man, I am proud and honored to be here with you guys in our Zoom studio.
And then I know this quarantine has got everybody on lockdown. But what are some of the fun stuff you've been doing? I've been watching like the Babyface and Teddy Riley battles and Questlove versus Nas and all that fun stuff.
Yes, you know what? I actually missed the first one, but I was kind of happy about it because then Twitter just like caught me up real quick.
Absolutely.
I think it might have been better. So I was excited about that. Yeah. And then I saw I know it sounds like a plug, but I actually really enjoyed it. The BET special yesterday that had a ton of people on it.
It did, yeah.
That I watched yesterday where they were making Zoom work for them.
They were. Yeah, I mean, what's cool about this is that everybody's coming together and trying to work together to kind of, just get a sense of community back. Because I think that's what everybody's just in their house, they're quarantined. Thank God, like I said, for these things like Babyface versus Teddy Riley and the Questloves and the DJ Nice. But we need to see people again. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like we need to see our programming. Your TV show is one of the things that's keeping us, sane. All right, keeping us sane.
And it's so crazy as it is, so.
Right, it's a lot going on. And I think it's perfect timing for what the climate is right now, actually. You know what I mean? With everything that's going on.
It's true.
And you have an interesting background. I mean, you first of all, you have two amazing mixtures of cultures, Haitian and Bolivian. Let's just start with that because that's fire alone right there.
They will be very happy to hear that. I am very grateful that those two wonderful people my parents met in Texas, of all places.
Wow.
Bolivian and Haitians meeting in Texas. And so, I always tell my mom, I tell her every day, thank you, because my first language is actually Spanish. And then here we are in California, and it is like life, especially when I was in the workforce, man, life. I love being able to speak two languages. So, yeah.
How did that kind of start to influence you to become an actress?
You know what? I would say that I really have always liked people. I've been a fan of people, and I'm a very social person. And I feel like that actually has helped a lot with the acting. I really like to take on different characters, because then you get to go into their background, like the same way mine's, its own kind of unique flavor. Everybody's got their own unique flavor, and there's a whole like community of people and a whole, I would say, culture that you get to tap into when you play all these different characters in all the different, shows and everything. So that I definitely just love people in all their shapes, sizes, colors, etc.
Well, you've definitely done the circuit. I mean, you've been on some great shows. The Bobby Brown Story, which I loved.
Thank you.
SWAT, Code Black. I mean, you've been doing. You when I look at your resume, listen, get those checks, girl. I ain't mad at you. Get those checks.
Get those residuals.
Get them residuals.
I'm in LA, remember?
Like right.
You gotta make that money.
You gotta. It's the grind all the time. I always say the best ones make it look easy. So you're in the right path. You're making it look easy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, thank you.
You're making it look easy.
I hope so.
but all that work and your credits that I've seen have led you to where you're at right now. So you were on the Oval, and then they did a spinoff, which is Ruthless, that you're starring on. Same character. So Tyler Perry loved you so much. He's like, I'm gonna take this character from my other show, and I'm gonna bring her onto her own show.
Man, it was such a crazy gift. I'll have to say, is a complete gift, unexpected. And so I tend to do thank you cards, right? Especially with somebody like Tyler Perry, you're not gonna get like a nice little 10-minute goodbye. the man is working, right?
Yeah.
And so I had a thank you card on my last day of my recurring role on the Oval, just to say thank you. Said, Mr. Perry, this is you call him Mr. Perry when he's the director.
Yeah,
he's Mr. Perry for sure.
and that's just known. Like he's no one's calling him Tyler.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm not the one. So I said, Mr. Perry, thank you so much for the opportunity. Today's my last day. Here's a thank you card. And he said, oh, it's your last day, but this won't be your last time on set. We're bringing you back. I was like,
wow.
Okay. And so, yeah, sure enough, he wrote me and Melissa L. Williams into this Ruthless spinoff of the Oval, and it was just it was a complete gift. I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed, and really honored to be in the world of Tyler Perry. Like,
yeah,
whew, that's bucket list.
That's for real. I mean, there's so many projects that he does, and one thing that's great about him, when he loves an actor or actress, he will bring them work,
yes,
and continue the rotation of that. I heard he's very demanding, but I heard that when he likes you, he likes you. But who isn't demanding? That's good. You know what I mean?
What geniuses are not demanding?
Exactly.
Right? He's just got a lot going on, and so it's not even. I feel like it's not him that's demanding; it's the work that's demanding. So he presents you with something, and you know your time frame, and it's going to be limited, and you know that he does one take in and out a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So I feel like him as a producer has just set the bar so high for himself that you're like, I'm on set. I got to set my bar just as high, because you realize the opportunity, and that's his thing. Is he gives opportunity to the people, and not necessarily the people who have the credits, right?
Yeah.
He loves to give opportunities to what he says, what he calls the underdog, the people that just haven't had that opportunity. So when you get that opportunity, oh, you step up. You step up. So yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, he's demanding, or the material itself is just demanding, just the way that he chooses to shoot. Were you going into that? I know a lot of soap actors feel like they could step up because they have like 80,000 pages a day that they shoot. What did you do to be ready to go and really raise that bar?
Man, I wish I could pull it from here. I had a binder this thick. I printed all of the script, and then I had it all organized in my largest scenes first, and then I went into memorizing all of those. So I come from a theater background. I have a master's in theater, and so I got to play Blanche Dubois once, and y'all, that woman is only not on stage for like 2 scenes, right? So the whole entire script is like my lines, and it's something I am really grateful for grad school, because I felt like it got me ready for this boot camp, which is Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
Because I had to keep reminding myself, Yvonne, you have done this before. You could do this again. You've done this before. You could do this again. And sure enough, I did. I did. So thank God. Yeah.
And there's not really like rehearsal times or things like that. You just go.
No, there's no designated rehearsal times, but our crew, let me just tell you, I have to talk about our squad. Everybody brought it. Do you know, we stayed at TP Studios. People were rehearsing from morning to night, just morning to night, before we had to shoot. That weekend before we shot, we were just at the studios all day, every day. Me and Melissa Williams actually roomed together, and we were practicing our stuff at the house constantly. So it wasn't that he's not going to give you any time. Literally, you walk onto set, your scene. He tells you where your blocking is, your entrance, your exit, go.
Wow.
So all of that stuff, all of us, the entire cast, everybody really just brought it and came together and hustled and got it done. And everybody pulled their weight. I can honestly say everybody pulled their weight. And it was great.
And that's
you
why
feel like
he's
you
able
can do
to create
anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm inspired listening to this story. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's why he's able to bring so many different projects, because of his whole process, and how all the actors and production team and everyone he works with, they also bring that on too. So it's like, it's great. Everyone knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing.
I feel like that's 100% his strategy. He brings in the people that he knows are going to work, and they work.
And then for people who don't know, what's the difference between The Oval and Ruthless, since it is technically a spinoff?
Okay, yes. So in The Oval is definitely, sorry, I had a little bit feedback. The Oval is definitely a drama, almost like a soap opera drama. That is set in the Oval in the White House amidst all these families, the family of the Butler, as well as the crazy family in the White House. And so it's definitely big on the drama. And that's why it is like one of the #1 shows out there right now.
Yeah.
Because it's so good on, Tyler Perry brings the drama. So that's what happens over there. Now we have the drama, but also there is this suspense, as well as like it's a darker show. Obviously, it takes place in a cult that we don't realize is a cult at the time.
Yeah.
And so because of that, there's a lot of people trying to escape. And so it has this danger attached to it that's different. I'm a big fan of action movies and like suspense thrillers and things like that. And I feel like it has an edgy vibe to it that only comes from people trying to escape, from secrets that people are hiding that are very dark and hidden, and all these different agendas that people in power have. So I feel like it's going to be something like the Oval as far as the drama goes, because the drama does not stop, but it's very edgy. It is very, very edgy and exciting, and it is different from what you've seen from Tyler. So that's what makes it really exciting for his fans.
And then, how would you describe Tally to people?
Oh, Tally.
Look at that smile.
I know. I love my Tally. I love Tally. Like I said, I think she's a real gift as far as the character that I get to play as Tally. So Tally is very loyal, very supportive. And the only reason that she brought her daughter there, and actually she brought Ruth there to the compound, was because she thought this would be a better life for both of them. They're from the streets. They haven't had the best opportunities in their lives, and they just wanted a better life for their daughters. So Tally is usually someone who tries to save people. I tend to to have that too in me, caring a lot about people that comes out. And so I love her because she's also in the process of finding her voice. So Tally in the beginning definitely has been beaten down in life, and slowly through each episode, she's starting to become more and more herself, her own voice, and find her own footing. And I feel like that's a journey all of us as people, definitely as women, have to go through. And so for me, it's really an honor to be able to play someone going through that transition on TV right now.
Now, you said that she has a similarity to you about saving people and that kind of thing. So what did you learn about yourself from playing her?
Very cool. I love that question. What did I learn about myself from playing her? So from playing Tally, I realized that there is a part of me that tends to put other people so much ahead of myself that sometimes I don't take care of myself. You know what I mean? And I think that sometimes that's something that a lot of us fall into, a trap we can fall into. It's a balance. You have to find a balance to where other people are important. They're always important, but you yourself are just as important, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you have nothing left to give out to others, right? And so that's a journey. I feel like she's going on her journey of her voice. I feel like maybe I found my voice and now I'm going on this new journey. Thanks to Tally. It was like a cycle where now I'm starting to do just a little bit more self-care and being able to stand by my own opinions. And I'm really grateful for that opportunity, because in the career that I've chosen, it's very important to know your own voice and to know what you support, who you are, and what you want to promote, and etc. like that. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity. And Tyler writes women characters so well. It's like Tennessee Williams on paper. They're very complex. Wow. They're just like us. And so I was able to find that because the woman on paper wasn't one-dimensional.
Yeah, it had layers to it, and you were able to capture that and play those layers.
Yes, exactly. He's great at that.
And it's such a blessing and a gift to be able to work with someone like Tyler Perry. Is there any little things that you've picked up from him individually as an actress, or even as maybe you want to be a future director or producer yourself?
He is like a lieutenant. He runs a tight ship, but he gets the job done, and everybody steps up. Everybody does step up. And I think that's very admirable. But the other thing is that he treats people like people. So there's a difference between a dictator and someone like Tyler Perry, who is just in charge and respected, but respects you. And I I really love that. He starts the day off with prayer every day, which is really valuable to me. I feel like personally, faith has been my rock to get me here.
Yeah.
So, it's always voluntary if you want to join in. But I love that aspect of him because he's very humble and he's not afraid to talk about that he really, faith has gotten him to where he is. So I love those two aspects, that he's strong and he is able to get the job done, but in a way that makes you still feel very valuable and you want to rise to the occasion as opposed to being crushed down to nothing and then try to give what you have left after that.
Well, I know you also, outside of acting, kind of partake in a variety of things. I know you like teaching. That's very passionate, very passionate thing for you to teach kids. Are you more Los Angeles? Can acting kids find you, or is it something that you're doing kind of like on a national level?
Well, it had been until this epidemic, it had been local. So I teach in Sylmar. There's a school in Sylmar that I've taught at for 6 years with a group called City Hearts, and they basically bring arts programs of different kinds to schools and communities that might not be able to afford those programs. So it's been very valuable to me. I don't even think I realized it going into teaching. It was just something I could do with a master's degree to make money. As we know, actors in LA have like 10 jobs.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yes. But it became so fulfilling. I've been doing it with this school, I've been doing it for 6 years, but I did it for about 4 years before then. So it all through grad school, I had to teach. And so it's been really valuable. But we've been teaching online, and I actually believe that that's going to be my new step, is starting to coach actors of all ages.
I love that.
Because I've had a lot of people reaching out, and I love doing it. I love giving back what people have given to me. So it's definitely something that's happening this year, I believe, of a nice virtual reach out.
Now, will you be teaching them how to sing as well? Because I came across a video of you. You got some chops. You got some chops, girl.
I didn't warm up.
I heard. I saw the video. I was like, oh, she's multi-layered.
Hey.
You gotta be as an actor, right?
From the stage.
I think Taylor was like a quadruple threat. Like, you gotta come with these talents. So yes, I actually grew up singing at my dad's a pastor, so I grew up singing in church and everything. So it was almost the first thing, but acting came ahead of it as a passion of mine. But it's still there. I would love to do something like In the Heights, or something musical that also includes acting. Definitely.
Well, give us 10 seconds of either your favorite song right now, or it could be your favorite song you grew up to in church. Like, give us a little something so we can hear the voice.
Let's see. Okay, we sang this one. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are. And I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am.
Hey, I thought I was listening.
Ready.
I thought I was listening. Is that a single on Spotify I'm listening to right now?
Got us to church, honey.
You gotta be ready to go at a time. Like, get your butt up there.
Yes, you gotta be ready.
Hey, that was flawless right there.
Praising the Lord, okay?
He's good. He's good.
He's been good
all the time.
All the time.
I love this. We had a little mini church session today.
That's what I'm saying. I feel real good after this interview right now. What is one of the first things you're going to do when you get out of this quarantine?
Oh, man, I'm real close to my cousins. Like I said, we're Bolivian on my mom's side. So Latinos, we see each other every week. Like, for no reason. It's like, someone's 2.5 now. Let's get together. So I want to see my family. But I know that they had mentioned we got to slow into we might be able to be out, but we might have to also continue practicing social distancing. So I'm going to follow the rules in whatever way I'm supposed to. But I definitely would love to just go see my mom. She's like an hour away, just something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see what other projects come along. Is there anything else special that you're working on outside of Ruthless?
Currently right now, it's all Ruthless. It is all Ruthless right now. But I will let you know if it changes.
Well, you come back when you let us know about those other projects that are coming up. And one thing I also like about Zoom is that you can check out what people are kind of like by their background. I see you got a little Lucille Ball. I couldn't see the message.
I got 2 windows. You guys either would see my kitchen or you would see my bedroom. LA one bedroom. So yes, I'm a big Lucille Ball fan. Got my little quotes and like that's a vision board right there. You gotta keep it in front of you. And then if you were to see a little bit on the side, it's like a whole bunch of affirmations because you gotta keep the mind and body and spirit right. You just gotta keep moving forward, right? Any way you can.
I'm with you.
So
I'm with you.
yeah. So welcome to my bedroom.
Well, where can fans find you if they want to find out more about what you're doing, the projects you're working on? Have you sing for 10 seconds? You know, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Find out your makeup routines.
Oh, thank you, girl. YouTube. I was in here for 2 hours. My bathroom's over here, y'all. So thank you. Link in the bio.
You look good. You look good. You look good. You look good.
We don't have any of our people. Nobody's coming over.
Nobody is coming over.
Everybody can find me on Instagram. That's the place I'm most active on. It's my name, Yvonne Senat. Again, the T is silent, so I'm sure you'll see how to spell it on your show. But Yvonne Senat on all the handles, on Twitter, IG, on Facebook, and then YvonneSenatJones.com if you want to go ahead and check out. I think my singing is on there. I think some stuff's on there.
They get a little
that'll be the best place.
Taste, a little sample.
A little sample.
Courtney, where can fans find you?
I'm all over Twitter and Instagram at Stewart Starlet.
And you can find me at Derrial Christon on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, all that fun stuff. And we had a great time with you today, Yvonne. So make sure you check out all episodes of Ruthless on BET Plus. She's killing it, doing big things. And we're excited to see what else happens next.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for having me today. I was looking forward to this all week. I'm not even lying.
Good. Well, I'm glad. Well, when this is all over and we can actually have real interviews back in the studio, you got to come back and update us on all the projects you're working on.
Yes.
I will. We can only virtual hug and high five right now.
Stay safe and healthy.
You too, guys. Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.